Hello, peeps, or peep, singular. Hello, Andrew. If anyone was interested what music that was, I'll put a link in the description. Support all the original content creators for all the things I shamelessly use. So anyway, hi, hello. We're back at it again for some more role-playing fun with Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Let me just change it over here. Yeah. As you all can see, I have gotten a new icon. Gotten a new icon for our character. Get a load of her. Right, now, before we do anything untoward, there is I want to respec my my Goyle a little bit. Mostly because that will give us a chance to change the name. So, just going to do that real quick, and then we will be back to where we were. Got wisdom a little bit, and then get that dexterity. Heavy flail, power attack, atheism, chaotic neutral, and now we must recreate Yawa. There we go. Eye color is green, because what else would it be? How bad can I be? Don't answer that question. Anyway, that looks good. We'll go with that. Probably not the exact same as
trivial task.
probably not the exact same as what the original was, but close enough.
Follow if you dare. You should have run. My skill. I feel out of my way. I lead, you follow. Let's move already. I won't take that. None shall escape. Out of my way. The road calls me. I'll take the bait.
I'm debating between confident, aggressive, and mad woman. Again, I kind of like the mad woman, but I don't think it quite fits for the character I've had in mind at this point. Or, you know, there's the obvious solution. Just not have a voice at all. Easy. Born on Christmas. Let me check real quick something. Need to check that coordinates from my air. Corn. There we go. How about Dread? You're Dread. Okay. Probably should take Dazzling Display then. I must say the PMDSD session was a lot of fun, though Lily it did to get out of the combat to get the combat counter out of the way. How'd it go? We have successfully won! And the Ys are going good. I guess we can talk to Ninio, because might as well talk to Ninio. Girl, I am pleased with you. I asked you to bring me to safety, and this is exactly what you did. Indeed, having a follower aid me is most efficient and, frankly, pleasing. With you on hand, I shall conquer new horizons, plumb the depths of knowledge and hitherto unknown, and scale the dizzying heights of the future discoveries. What I mean to say is, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude. I foresee immense potential in our future cooperation. What exactly do you mean by future cooperation? Bleed the greens. Bleed the green for the level folds. Yeah, good luck, buddy. Hand in hand. We will unravel the greatest mysteries and inaccessible to the minds of ordinary people. Just imagine it. I, leading the way, proudly staring into the faces of the gods themselves, and you, my loyal follower, walking behind me every step of the way, writing down my deepest thoughts and admiring profoundly my intellect. If we hold hands, won't be able to get in front of me and lead the way. You are the catalyst of which it reacts to my intellect, will allow the latter to grasp the very essence of the universe itself. Why did I get myself dragged into this? What? Who are you? Oh, yes, my new follower. So what am I supposed to do? Oh yes, I must provide some verbal encouragement for your as yet modest achievements, and try to entice you to strive for more of such encouragement. That is the principle that underpins any training. Ah, I see. Your modest nature was unsettled by my overabundance of gratitude. I do apologize for putting you in such an awkward position. I will never praise you again, unless I forget. But now back to the business at hand. Your new assignment will be to take me to an inconspicuous ruins that are located in an even more inconspicuous valley between Canabras and Dresden, as soon as reasonably as soon as what was I saying again? Right, ruins between Canabras, Dresden, quickly as possible. I'll mark the place on your map with a big red cross, so you won't forget it. What's great about these ruins? Any treasure? I'm glad you asked. This is my greatest hypothesis, my secret project, and I won't pass up the opportunity to share with you because you are my most loyal follower, and you are worthy of possessing such knowledge. Also because you're the first person to ask me about it. Some time ago, I was walking around the border of the world, and I met a strange person. He was wearing a frayed gray robe, and his face was hidden by an all-white mask. Of course, I didn't miss the opportunity to ask him about the reason for his absurd appearance. And do you know what he said to me? He said, "I am the answer. But what is the question?" Then he walked off in the direction of the world wound. Next day, after I had already forgotten about that first encounter, I had another similar encounter. This time, I met an elven woman, judging by the pointy ears sticking out from behind the mask. "I am the answer, but what is the question?" she said, before walking off towards the whirlwind. And then I realized, everything became clear to me. I know a mystery when I see one. Consider this one of the myriads of talents. After all, these geysers weren't simply on their way to a costume party, now were they? After examining several maps, I determined that they were all headed in one direction, to a place not far from Canabras, a place which I had marked as Nameless Ruins, even on ancient Scorn maps. That's where I need to go. Unraveling the secret of the place will be my greatest discovery. It will secure my place in history, and maybe even in legend. What do you expect to find there? Like, money? I haven't the slightest idea. If I knew I was hidden there, I wouldn't be so eager to go. Alright, sounds good. As long as you let me keep all the loot. Well, now you know, so off we go. Did I just make a rhyme? Perhaps I discovered a poetic talent myself. Let's conduct an experiment. Quickly, say any word and I'll try to rhyme it for you right away. Whatever. Not too clever. Now or never. Not the best rhyme, don't you think? Well, this experiment was unsuccessful. We learned that I have no poetic talent after all. But that's no reason to despair. Having a gift of poetry in addition to my inexhaustible knowledge would have been a bit too much. Besides, I am catastrophically busy, and I have no time spent to writing poetry. You know, I don't like it when you call me girl. My name's Wario. On the grand scale of world history, your name is irrelevant, and I have no reason to remember it. You see, the brain of any given individual may contain only a limited amount of facts. I only expend my memory on things that are truly important. The laws of thermodynamics, divine esoterica, planar geography, things that will lead Galorian to a lighter future. Besides, what if I make a great discovery, but I won't be able to remember it because my memory is full of outdated and useless information? What a nightmare that would be. What a loss for the whole of Galorian. Okay. You do remember your own name, right? Only so I know who to put on the author's name page of my encyclopedia. Any names worth remembering? They are, and, to my keep secret, there are too many of them. Names of gods and demigods, names of rulers, conquerors, and other person by some deemed to be great by the people of Galarian. They etch their name to history, and, alas, every self-respected and educated person must know them. But they are names I'm happy to remember. Great scientists, some of them divine, other of them mortal. True keepers of knowledge and great experimentalists. Pioneers of knowledge, Iori, Nethys, Arila Vorlesh. Admiring Arila Vorlesh is going a bit far, don't you think? Oh, by no means. She's the greatest of the greatest. Just imagine. She managed to open a rift from Galarian to the abyss. No one knew how, nor believed it possible. No one even dreamed of such a thing, and she just did it. It was an experiment of the century. I would have been so happy if I could have just been in her place. Of course, some part of Galarian's population died as the result of her experiment, and the Crusades are still wrestling with the consequences to this day. But the very essence of what I really managed to do is a breakthrough of cosmological significance, both figuratively and literally. Sooner or later, the world will be closed, peace will return to Galarian. As for the victims of the ongoing war, they will be remembered as unfortunate but unavoidable sacrifices made on the altar of science. Alright. What were we talking about? Nothing. I was just leaving. This conversation lasted approximately 5 minutes. By the way, did you know the exact same amount of time the Inquisition of Canabras needs to find a defendant guilty? But to shave off an Inquisition chasing you takes 5 times as long. An experiment proved that running while clad in heavy armor is not sim for them at all. Neat. I now know more than I ever wanted to know.
Psst, look, Chief, I got something to show you. Ta-da! A real beaut, isn't it?
Did you really have the amulet this whole time?
Since that night, Chief, Melround didn't even set eyes on it. While he was dealing with the golem, I sneaked past them, and that was that.
So, you did betray them.
Oof, that cuts me deep, Chief. You and I saw who the traitor was. It's just that when we robbed the shop, I went in first and took what I wanted. Nothing wrong with that.
Fair.
Although, of course, I did think about hiding the moon and just taking myself off somewhere warm when all this blows over, but only because I want to see the world. Is it a crime to want to travel, huh? Is that what counts for treachery these days?
I don't care. Remind me, why is the olive important? Is it worth lots of money?
Do you really not remember it? Oh, I thought you would appreciate it. It's from the old man Fileman, the owner of the Ancient Trees and Wonders shop. It's the pride of his collection. The Moon of the Abyss, an amulet with a rare crystal crafted by an unknown maker. When I think of how much this thing is worth, it makes my head spin.
Just the dollar signs just appear in Wargo's eyes. You had searched for the guards. How'd you manage to hide the amulet?
Thieves have their ways.
Why didn't you give the amulet away right away?
What? So she would slay me right away, you mean? You saw how antsy she was over Canabras and all this. So I did it. I took the Moon of the Abyss. But I didn't go to Erebeth, and Big Sister wouldn't hear my explanations. She doesn't have the time. I even thought I'd hide the moon somewhere, and then when all the noise had died down, I'd go get it and make a run for it. I'm sick of the thieflings, and they never appreciated me anyway.
Yeah, my question is, why did you go and steal in the first place? You wouldn't have been able to sell an item so rare anyway.
Why, she asks. It's expensive, pretty. And you know, it's my amulet, actually.
What?
Not meaning I stole it, but I mean, this is my inheritance. My grandma and I were poor. All we had was a jewelry box with the moon in it. She used to store it under the floor in the basement, and she'd take it out sometimes just to look at it. She was always nicer when she had a few drinks in her, so I could ask her things then. One time I asked where she got it from, and she said it was from a demon. You know, the demon who was my grandfather. He said the moon was to be passed down. My mom was good for nothing and nobody, so that's why Grandma decided to keep the amulet for me. She used to say it would be mine when I grew up. But she couldn't wait until I grew up. She squandered my inheritance when she became a drunk. Took it to Fileman's shop and pawned it. He gave her some coppers for it, and she didn't even haggle. Just grabbed them and ran back to the tavern before last orders. I've been going to Fileman's to look at the moon ever since I was a kid. He chased me away, but I just kept going back, so eventually he gave up. He didn't skimp on security. The place was like a fortress, so he wasn't worried about a street rat like me pinching anything. Even when I got more skilled, I couldn't get any closer to it. One day, I had no one to go with. Another day, there were only oafs who'd never stolen anything more than a church donation box. But when Charisme had planned everything out, I realized I had a chance to get the moon and move away from here. Maybe to Garand. I hear it's warmer there. I've stayed with the family for too long.
Hey, as far as I'm certain, you did the right thing. Stealing from thieves isn't even stealing. You have to put yourself first.
Allies, friends, it's all a load of crap. Life brings us together, forces us to make plans, do whatever it is we do, but it's a safe bet that this ain't forever. I might be a traitor, but the others, are they any better than me? Melround had a good reputation in the family. He was trusted, and you see what happened. If you abide by the law, anyone can rob you. So you need to break the law first when no one expects it, and run before you go soft and get too attached. Whatever you think, I owe you. I'm not just a thief, I have my own business selling things. Thanks to you, I'm still in the family, and we have the black market sewn up in this city. It's a good way to sell valuables.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So, if you need anything, a scroll or something, just say the word. I have a little portal to our people in Nerosian. You put a note there, and you get what you need. I can't get you anything big, but what they do have is all high quality. Nothing's too good for you, Chief. What's mine is yours. For a price, of course.
I like this guy. Alright. Show me what you got there. Visibility and haste. That's really good, actually. Scroll of explosion of rot. Delightful. Wait, now we got invisibility. And haste. Alright. Hey, Lyra. You missed all the character development. And everyone's exhausted because, of course, there are. Well, too bad! We're going to march till the sun comes down. True character development were the friends we made along the way. I mean, yeah. Exactly. Friends with our crazy science ladies and our thieflings. I'm going back here because there's a couple of things I actually missed that I'd like to redo. Wait. Oh my god, the game just put me in gay baby jail! What the heck?
Just don't blame me. This is my kind of work.
There we go. Now we're talking. I believe this pile of rubble here is what we're looking for. Or not. There's a pile of rubble somewhere that I want to check out. Into the house. Ah!
Yet another obstacle.
The undead!
Mysteries can wait till tomorrow.
Level up. Boink. Let's see here. What does Cornigan's Smash require again? I have arrived to administer a threat! You come into my stream, threaten me, call me cringe. What is it? What is it you wanna, Lily? Let's get intimidating prowess. Thanks to you not being here on the 31st, I thought of a one-shot idea that would impact the campaign greatly. Oh. Wonderful. Which campaign? Mobility, trickery, and knowledge arcana. Good to know. I think we might have to take Woljif back over to Hillor. Get lands. Wisdom up. Ow. All these key powers suck, so we'll go with Barkskin. Stigmatized Witch! Anyways, I'm gonna get back to eating. You mean you don't want to watch my sick playthrough of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous? With all these cute girls? Shame. Shame. Let's see here. Let's get False Life. Yep. Let's get Blur and Burning Arc, because Burning Arc's very good.
You require my unbiased opinion?
We don't need the pit anymore. Don't need that anymore either. Let's get our spells all nice and prepared. There's an eyeball. Hey! What are you doing here? Ah! Phew! I thought you were a demon. Good day to you, good lady. Girl! Is that you? Oh, Lady Sela, you're alive. Goodness me. That's the second bit of good news I've had on an otherwise lousy day. What's the first bit of good news? Stick around and see for yourself. You know this person, Sela? Matt Rivimy, better known as better known as Curl. He hails from Canabras and fights in the Condemned. He's one of a kind, a rogue with a heart of gold. Curl, it's probably not my business, but you should ask yourself if what you're about to do is right. I didn't. I thought. Oh, it doesn't matter. Can you tell me anything useful that's going on in the city? I'm afraid not, good lady. I just left the Defender's Heart, but before that I was holed up there, too scared to leave. Although spending a few times under Commander Zeroboth knows sure was something. She's a strict one. Whew. When she gets antsy. Don't even start. I had enough of her breathing down my neck for a lifetime. So what are you doing? Robbing corpses? Can I get a cut? No! That was a no to both. Curl may be a rogue, but he doesn't loot corpses. I just need to get these poor lads' bodies off the road. My friends and I are on a terribly important mission, and we need to get through. He's interrupted by the sound of spinning wheels across the paving stone. A cart drawn by a sad little horse appears from around the corner. A pretty half-elf is driving it, and a young man in knight's armor is walking alongside. Even from a distance, you can see his tanned face and blue eyes shining brightly. See? A terribly important, very heroic mission. My friends and I are saving a beer cart for the demons. Sela! I thought I'd never see you again. I thought you were headed to the main square, the center of the demons' attack. Hi, friend. Glad to see you're all right. When we got separated in the crowd at the celebration, I knew right away something was wrong. And when the demons appeared all of a sudden, I realized the reason why I'd been so anxious. But I couldn't find you among the dead in the square, so I kept my hopes up. And I was proven right. So, you're the other bit of good news Carl was talking about? You and Jen are alive! Actually, by good news, I meant that we found the beer cart. Still, Aileen and Jan have been alive amounts to a quarter of a bit of good news. Well, maybe half. A beer cart? How about sharing with us? I'm sure we could all use a drink. Certainly. Give me your flask, friend. And if you walk with us to the Defender's Heart, you get more through some sampling the spoils there. Janet, there's no need. The heart is very close. And 3 of us will be enough to fight off the attack if there is one. Besides, a friend here surely has better things to do. More important things than carrying a barrel of beer, I'll wager. Wait, I got the wrong one. This guy's Ellen, not Carl. About the name, my name's my name's Ellen, Sir Ellen of the Houndhearts. I had an identity crisis and I thought it was Carl for a second. Nice to meet somebody who survived the madness. Yeah, you haven't told me, you haven't told me how you know Sela. I'll save the story till we're back at the Defender's Heart. You're going back that way, aren't you? We'll have reason to toast our spoils. Alright, see you then. So long. We're sure to meet again, either the city or the Defender's Heart. Sure you will. Come to the tavern. We'll celebrate our valiant rescue of this barrel together. So sweet it is to kill.
Can we retreat already? Cover me, all right?
Please tell me that Nabasu isn't over here. We don't have the
Mysteries can wait till tomorrow.
we don't have the things that would require to properly kill a Nabasu.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, we can't deal with level drain right now, and we're not gonna be able to deal with level drain until we cast like what was it, level 4 spells or level 5 spells that allows it to cast Death Ward. Point is,
Pretty good, aren't I?
we're a long way from France.
You can handle them, right?
Why do I have 2 power attacks? It's because I'm just that good.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Ha! I found the rubble I was looking for.
You can just die already.
Let's see. Am I missing any loot? There she goes. Even the pile of junk is enough to block the exclamation coming from beneath it. Reveal, oh dearest, darling beauty mine, why dost thou turn thy gaze on me, pray tell? Thy husband is a friend of mine, but love like 'tis an ocean friendship, well, Lord Willis, how are we to live, my sweet? Sorry. Lord Willis, how are we to live, my sweet? Pass me the air, would you? Hey, who's there? Pile of junk seems to shake its trim whispers. Granny, that's no answer. Methinks those demons are calling down to trick us. In that case, there's nothing to do for us but to accept our fate. Madam, demon or not, we are actor for the finest theater in Ganabris. The next door theater. We were trapped in the cellar during our rehearsal. Wait, what? We're trapped here? I thought we'd barricade ourselves in here away from the demons. Deliberately. Oh, if you did not through the start of every rehearsal, Master Kim, you would be better informed. Let's get them out. The pile shifts easily, revealing an entrance to some kind of cellar. There's an interesting looking chest among the items. Ooh, money! Look, the door's open. Now we're completely at the mercy of whatever is up there. If it really is a demon. We have nothing to fear. We have the power of inspiration, after all. But hand me over my ladle. And that rolling pin. Man, I got the voice for Kim very wrong. Now look, it's not a demon at all. Greetings, kind friend and rescuer. I am Grandma Gretlin, theater director, and these are members of my company. Granny, that's not a ladle. That's one of the props from the Malevolent Lich performance, the one Tiana made. It's a scepter or something. She made it out of my ladle. She wanted to use a broom handle, but I put pain into the daft idea. Oh, I've seen your show. You're very funny, especially when you play when the woman slowly climbs onto the chair while singing and then falls off again. She claps her hands with delight. Well, it's actually a great tragedy out of uncreated love. The chair, you see, it represents a tower of a rock rising above the raging sea like the finger of a giant. And the woman, she's supposed to fall, but rather rock gracefully cascading into the swirling abyss below, just like how I showed her 100 times. But I'm glad you like it. What were you doing down there? We were rehearsing our practice from fear and panic. Really? When I'm scared, I eat. We tried that too, but our supplies ran out. But art! Oh, art is eternal! Can you get somewhere safe? Oh, not to worry on our account. We're going to our basement in the next street. That's where our lambkin is. We're not afraid of demons with lambkin around. Lambkin? Lambkin! Our male lead. He'll protect us. Don't worry. We'll know what we're doing. Alright. Later then, I guess. And thanks again for rescuing us, stranger. Today you did us a great service for Mandarian culture, and perhaps the culture of all Galarian. You'll be certain to remember in future eras as the one who saved the critically and publicly acclaimed Next Door Theater.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
I'm sure.
The Inheritor, guide my
Oh, that was easy.
blade.
Oh, there's these guys over here, but something tells me the Nivatsu's over here if we decide to go wandering. I mean, there's zombies right there. Although technically those
I'll
aren't
cheer you on
ghouls, so
from over there.
we might have a chance of surviving. Oh god, that's a ghost! Kill the ghost. I do not feel like dealing with energy drain this early in the game. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think I did it.
The Necro
Can't hide
Dancers.
from me.
Rob the graves! Grab everything worth it! Oh,
Let's prove their
More
logic
losers.
is lacking.
Kabonk. Kabonk. Ah! Ghosts! And I've been energy drained. God dang it. And I don't have anyone who can cast Lesser Restoration. God dang it. Well, not yet. Let's go fix that. Let's get ourselves a healer real quick. Dead duelist. Hey, quick, loot for his pockets. He has some moss, some flour, some sticky slime, and beetle pit. Must have been Chris. I can't believe this is how Chris died in the Fifth Crusade. By edible moss. Canabras burns, the city that should have never fallen. Fate shows no mercy. Clouds may veil the stars, but nothing can hide the light of someone's soul. And I see this light in you. We will stand shoulder to shoulder with you against evil. I hear the echoes of a familiar voice. I feel the warmth of my kindred flame. My sister, we shall help you. Groovy. Vision of the Herald. Whoever you are, keep quiet. There's a horde of enemies just beyond this door. Come here. And I made the amateur mistake of having my dialogue be too long to read. Honestly, Great War, you're better than this. Be quiet and watch. This is the best part.
Get it together, you idiots! No more looting. All you sit tight here and wait for the attack on the defender's heart. It's the last bastion of the Crusade resistance. We'll flatter them and claim our victory.
Into the abyss with all Crusaders and the Defender heart. Kill us! The city is ours already. Now's the time to enjoy the spoils. Split up into groups quickly. I'll tell you where to go and what to bring back.
Foxen, you idiot! Go back to Baphomet. He must be missing his lapdog. Everyone here will be following my orders. I'm in charge.
We won't submit to you, you dirty Lascarite. Keep out of this, killers, or I'll curse all your extremities into wither and drop off. Everyone listen to me. What you're going to do is...
Looking for a fight, Faxon? Well, you've got one.
Oh, bro pulled out the flaming mace. It's cheating.
Enough worm. I'm in charge here. Killas is the strongest. No looting, only slaughter. We're going to sit here and wait for the command to attack. The defender's heart will fall.
And the guy just miraculously stood up again.
I'd stay away from there right now. The tower is the main stronghold of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth and their allies. Going up against that many of them would be suicide. I have a better idea. If the demons and their mortal agents were better organized, the Crusaders would have been crushed long before now. But they're always trying to spread in every direction. Right now, in every corner of the city, there are demons like Kylus who are trying to consolidate their forces to launch a joint attack on the Defender's heart.
Who are you?
Greybor. I'm a contract killer who's been hired to kill that demon that just walloped that other one. I've tracked him all the way here, and was planning to kill him when that crowd showed up, so I had to pull back.
What are you suggesting?
Don't even think about trying to take them all on single-handed. You'll be mincemeat. Better to warn the Crusaders in the Defender's heart that the demons are planning to attack. And later, once the attackers have been taken care of, it'll be much easier to sweep through this tower and eliminate the Defenders left behind.
You think I can't handle a lot here now? Ha! Count to 10. By the time you're finished, they'll be all dead.
The dwarf aches his eyebrows slightly, but doesn't comment on your bravado.
Anyway, we could attack them together, you know.
I have no desire to die today. If you choose to go in there, I'll take advantage of the opportunity, of course. I'll kill Kylus and get back here as quickly as I can. I'm not going to fight any of the others. I don't work for free.
I like this guy.
The city is burning. People are dying. And you're thinking about how to fill your pockets?
Sela, read the room.
Yes. So what? Listen here, girl. If you're so eager to save someone, go and do it. And don't waste your breath preaching at me.
Alright, I'm gonna go beat them up.
Watch for my mark.
I hope you act wisely.
You're so sad. Please take care.
Hold on. I need to save that for reasons.
What are you doing here, girl? This is no place for people like you. Go. Hide somewhere safe.
Ember just calls the guy sad, refuses to elaborate,
My
tells him
tail
to
is
take care.
restless. This is my kind of work.
And there goes half of them.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Now we get the surprise round because we got the jump on them. Here's the thing about surprise rounds in Pathfinder. You don't get like the benefits you would on like a full round. Tragically, you can only do like a standard action that would cost like 3 seconds. So fortunately, you can't really do much. However, if all these guys were in charging distance, I would have been able to do more, but they weren't, and I can't. So,
Surrender or else.
yeah, so like there, I had to move Nenio into position, and because of that, I couldn't have her launch her magic missile, unfortunately. Should I have
Stab you or zap you.
There
Why
we
not
go.
both?
Full attack on both. Let's get this guy. What? You're not even gonna get the other guy? What a ripoff.
You won't survive me.
Sela, want this guy.
Guide my
Sela! Catch these hands! I'm gonna magic missile you. Because I don't like you.
Distract them from me.
Nerd!
Endure this.
No glory without risk.
I'm pretty certain we could just turn the turn-based combat off and just show up his front door, just wrap him. Ease peas, lemon squeeze. Right, time to go loot the bodies. Loot everything.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Oh, that's a trap. That's a booby trap. You know, Lyra's favorite kind of trap.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
What is this done, I wonder?
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome.
Not much.
This is my kind of work.
Alright, into the basement. To rob the museum! Pale, frightened half-elf looks at you wearily. His face is turned into a grimace like he just ate something slimy. Hey, who are you? Praise Baphomet. What are you doing here? Did Faxon send you? I, heard a noise outside, but I was too busy making a list of the relics. Did something happen? What are you doing here? I'm compiling a list of valuable Crusaders artifacts. Lord Xanthier has ordered that everything be used should be transported to Canabras and to save from the looting and destruction. We chose the museum as the place to collection of sort of the trophies. Unfortunately, the local thieves have proven quicker marked than the demons. They ransacked the museum in a few hours of the assault. But there are some objects interesting in the exhibits left behind. The museum custodian was kind enough to advise me on those. Where's Faxon? Ha! Finest thieves in Mendev. Turn your back and everything that isn't nailed to the floor will be gone when you turn around again. Demons have no chance against them. Masters of our trade, we are.
There you go bragging again, dummy.
Demons have never led to anything but harm. Trust me. If you fought your way, you thieve.
Fucking point is blah blah blah. I'm a paladin. Blah blah blah.
Morally righteous, but yada yada yada. Yeah, I get that. But I'm not gonna listen. Where's the museum custodian? Over in the gallery. I deceived him. I told him I was a Crusader. It wasn't difficult. The old geezer's out of his mind. Where's Faxon?
Get your hands off the Crusaders' relics. They're mine.
The half-elf leaps back nimbly, pulling a sheaf of paper from his bag. No! I have valuable letters from Lord Xanthier here! I must destroy them! Golfus bolts up the pages of the fist and shoves them in his mouth and begins furiously chewing like a hamster. Mumbling, the half-elf's eyes bulge and opens his mouth, which is stuffed in nauseated paper. He tries to cough, but nothing out. The pale saboteur looks at you in desperation. His eyes are streaming, his face growing paler by the second. And he falls to his knees. A strangled wheeze emerges from behind the wad of wet paper. The expression veers over from hilarious to grotesque as he signals for you to help.
No, I want to read what it says. Spit it out.
Want some salt, old pepper to go with that? No, I never tried eating paper myself. A little seasoning goes a long way with whatever, Neil.
Come on, Eric, maneuver. Cough up the paper. I want to see what it says.
Digging your fingers deep into the huff's half swallow, you retrieve the disgusting ball of soggy paper.
Mine.
The cultist coughs violently, and after taking a troubled bath, leaps up and takes off running. He disappears, leaving the wad of correspondence that is much more worse for wear. Let's see here. Carefully pick up the relics, valuable magic items, hand it over to the same courier that brought you my potions. Later, I may carve out some time away from my scientific research to sift through the detritus you managed to steal from the Crusaders. I might as well not bother, since your finds will almost certainly be of no use to me, unless I find myself in dire need of paperweight. Still, this mission keeps you occupied and gives me an invaluable opportunity to work without you sticking your noses in my experiments. I once again remind you, it is absolutely essential to store the potions in a safe place, sealed with a corresponding protective rune. Should these safety measures not be taken, the demons will drink your stash dry in no time at all, and your masters will order me to spend 3 more days at the cauldron making a new batch. Believe it or not, I have many other important matters to attend to. Should I discover that my potions have mysteriously disappeared, I will brew potions that are too strong for you, traveler.
My potions would kill you, and I will not try to look for the culprit. I will punish the person who let it happen, the person who failed to secure them properly. The punishment will be painful, brutal, and utterly humane. Remember this. Good luck with conquering whatever you're conquering out there. Said in vain. He sounds like a charmer.
And there's a player young fellow out there who's going to get a box for the exhibits. Come back here. Stay back! Which are you, robber or demon?
Hey, take it easy, Gramps. So that's the way it is, eh? You see horns and you think thief or demon? What's scaring the old man, dummy? Have you seen their horns? How do I put this? Don't exactly inspire much trust in the city that's currently overrun with demons. Hey, there are horns and then there's horns.
Hey. I'm not gonna hurt you.
The old man goggles at you with terror, but he doesn't lower his wand. A rustling comes from somewhere behind him. Rats! The old man wheels around fiercely and peers in the direction the sound came from. Then, while holding the wand, gradually falls to his side and then turns back to you with no fear of an expression.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was distracted. What were we talking about?
Who are you?
I think, I forget. My name's Teldon. I'm the custodian here. My memory isn't exactly what it once was. My faculties are fading me. But at one time, my mind could cut like diamond. I was a battle mage, one of the few who survived the Battle of the Lost Chapel. But I'm an old man now. Sometimes I set my keys down the moment the next. I can't remember where I put them.
Controlled amnesia, the ability of the mind to eliminate non-essential information. But what we have here is a case of plain old senility.
Yeah, but here's my keys, my little lovey, as I would never give you anywhere.
What's the keys for?
Oh, these keys are for everything. I can open every door at the restaurant with these. The museum's custodians on duty must carry these keys at all times and never be parted for them. Not even for a second. And why is that? Because if the keys were left unattended, they'd be pinched by thieves, wouldn't they? Thieves who strip the museum of all its treasures.
What are you looking at me for? Wolchef explains indignantly, even though no one was looking at him.
Hey, you should give me the keys.
Out of the question. According to the museum protocol, the custodian does not have the right to hand over the keys to another. I am personally responsible for the exhibits in the storeroom.
Hey, what's that behind you?
Tendon turns around fearfully. As he does, your fingers slip silently into his pockets. When the old custodian finds behind a large bunch of keys are tucked safely in your belt. Tendon shakes his head in confusion. Anyway, old timer, you should go to the Defender's Heart. There are good people here and they'll look after you.
Really? It's safe there? But how can I leave the museum? You know what happened here, do you? Thieves, they were. Prowling about, wanting to rob the museum, but I stopped them. Those ne'er-do-wells came here and I gave them what for with a dose of battle magic. They won't come back. Don't you worry about me. I may be old, but I can still hold my own.
What happened?
First the bell started ringing, and then there was noise in the street, and then the dragon Lady Tarendalev began to roar. I went and locked the door, but they were already inside. The thieves! There were 7 of them. Or perhaps 10. I don't remember. They were talking some rubbish about how they were all orphans, supposedly, but they were dangerous. They grabbed me and they wouldn't let go, and then they looted the place. And they took anything with even a leaf of gold on it. Relics, too. The museum, they boast a very expensive collection, you know. And worst of all, they took the wand. And that's when they were done. They tossed me aside like an old piece of junk. They didn't even bother to kill me.
The wand?
The wand is Sicarius, my master. It was a great man and hero of defense of the last chapel. And those scoundrels took his wand. A relic. Ballads are sung about Sicarius, and those damn thieves. Master Sicarius will return and will assemble all of us as students, and we'll show them. I'll show them what a battle mage Teldon is made of.
Fury sparks in the old man's eyes. His spine straightens. In fluid motion, he raises his hands, wand ready, but in the howl of rage from outside frightens the ghosts of the past. The old man turns around and looks to you, befuddlement. You were just asking me something. I forget what it was. Where can I find these robbers? The foggiest. They're thieves. They know out of the way places where they can't be found. That's where they are. If they're still alive. But they won't be in the city. I heard them talking about themselves as how they would need to get out of Canaveras before the demons wipe them out. Alright. Cool. I'll be going then. The old man's bewildered gaze follows you as you go.
Money.
Yoink. Yoink.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
It is most definitely a trap, Woldriff.
Pretty good, aren't I? This is my kind of work. This is my kind of work.
Yoink. Yoink. Yoink.
Time to rob this museum blind.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Oh, hey, what's this? Ooh. That's actually pretty good. What?
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
What do you have right now? Oh, this one's actually better, I think. Yeah. Oh well, at least we can sell it. Ooh. Mithril chain, sure. I will gladly put that on. Hey, and I barely lose any armor class. And I have all my movement speed back.
Nice.
And away we go. Oh, that takes care of one job. Oh,
Hang on. There's that thing.
ah. The translator said you brought us back to the waking. Greetings. Who are you? Not who. What? Memories. This place was created as a cradle of memories and fantasy. The things that belonged to the city's heroes were kept here. People used to come to this place to remember those heroes. Myself and the other living memories. You woke us. So here we are.
Lots of things seem silent only until you care to listen to them. Like here. Someone's memory has revealed itself.
So, your memories? Of what?
The heroes the city wished to immortalize. Go, touch a memory. See how they remember us. After all, this place was created so that our names would never disappear from the midst of history.
There used to be a place like this near Nithelholm. Quiet, calm. I used to walk along the plinth and the pedestals, wondering, people who founded this place, what was driving them? What were they thinking about future generations? How to pass down their wisdom and show the right path? Or were they just thinking themselves, trying to keep their names and deeds alive? But the ceiling collapsed and the place didn't exist anymore, so my question was moot. I wish I could say we have not all dishonored your memory. Canaveras lies in ruins, and
But you fearlessly battled the invaders, with no thought for yourself. And you have earned censure. We are proud of you.
Right, in the old days, mortal-kind lost to the demons time and time, and now their descendants are continuing the losing streak. How could you not be proud of that? Alright, see ya, weird memory people.
Farewell. The power that gave us a semblance of life is running out, and soon we will be once again be memories, living only in words, pictures, and song.
Alright. Actually, I think it's time for a knyap.
To the far south of Garand, at the very limits of the civilized world, lies the Mwangi Expanse. This land is inhabited by dinosaurs, huge lizards whose every step makes the earth tremble.
I like that one. Tell me another fairy tale, please, please, please.
Did we find trouble? No.
I'll hit
they
you!
Did.
Why are we failing all these sneak checks? Oh well, more loot and XP for us.
Can we retreat already?
Oh god, it's Skur. Oh god, it's raining heavily. Oh god, Ember is dying. Ember!
We must stop this war. There's no hope, only us. The gods have abandoned. What was I saying just now? Wanna play together?
I worry for... That girl ain't right. I'll tell you what. Funny hat.
Yeah! Ha! Wah.
Now let's go down here.
And oh, come on!
Random encounters galore. Jeez.
No time for debates.
Make every strike count.
There's some dretches. Looks like we're a little late to the party.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Did we step on their toes as well? Did you see that?
Well, this certainly is a party. Oh look, such dolly creatures!
I smell beauty.
The demons help!
We can handle them, right?
All they got is a bunch of knives. Jeez.
Greetings, valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house, Count Daron Kale, myriad mellifluous monikers Arunde. No need to introduce yourself. I find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances, such a bore.
Wow. Bonafide blue bloods and unparalleled aristocracy. All this makes me itch to do something really crass. Ooh, like blow my nose on the curtains.
What are you waiting for, my squamous squire? The curtains in this room are velvet, but we have some excellent silk ones with gold thread elsewhere in the house. Take your pick. My soft furnishings are yours to do with as you wish. I'm quite sick of the place, truly. I shall either sell it or burn it to the ground and build a new mansion in its place. Now that we've finished with the niceties, tell me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree?
Must have been some party if you missed the fact that Canabras is being attacked by hordes of demons and Discari himself.
Oh, come. The party was deathly dull. Rather like one of the prelate's interminable sermons. I really ought to be grateful to the demons for their intrusion. They certainly added a frisson to the proceedings. It seems as though Discari's occasion was altogether more of a crush than mine, if you will pardon the pun.
What should I know from you, Count, besides the fact that you're highborn and very, very rich?
As a child, I had my very own pony, but I always dreamed of having a lamb. I was never allowed one. Sheep were seen as peasant animals, utterly unsuitable for the scion of a noble line. The trauma haunts me to this day. I think of it every time I have roast lamb for dinner.
I'm sorry that happened to you. Such a sad story.
I had not even the slightest intention of upsetting such a lovely child.
I'm not lovely. Some people have even called me a scarecrow before.
That's patently absurd. Why, you can't possibly be a scarecrow with a crow following you around. I'm sorry if I failed to sate your curiosity. I loathe talking about myself to people I don't know, even more to those I do know. The only thing worth knowing, aside from the fact that I am highborn and filthy rich, is that I dislike Puritans and demons in equal measure. Well, perhaps demons a tad more.
You don't seem very concerned about the city's fate.
I have no friends here whose untimely demise I would care to mourn. The only alarming thing is how easily all this happened. I don't care for the thought that demons could come calling at my door at any moment. And just think, everyone had so much faith in the ward stones gifted by Iomede's herald, and in the might of our tamed dragon, as if there had been no Dresden or a dozen other routes where the demons overcame every defense.
I expect a little gratitude for saving you. Like, some cash?
Cough it up.
Of course, where are my manners? There. You can also poke about the house and claim whatever takes your fancy. Though I imagine some of you already had that in mind.
I'm feeling very attacked right now.
Hey, go to the Defender's Heart. It's under the defensive ear with legal watch.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins.
What about my physiognomy? Sour enough for his lordship? Don't worry, another few minutes with the dazzling Count here, and it'll sour like week-old milk.
What's this? An attractive paladin with a sense of humor? You're a veritable walking scandal. Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? For reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of inebriation I then found myself in. They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault. They will beat them back, yes? As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells, I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace with my presence. I shall accompany you, only for a short time, of course. I have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What say you, my ephemeral but highly diverting acquaintance? After all, Lord Discari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his.
Deal.
Capital. Good acquaintances that begin and end at just the right moment often leave the most pleasant memories. Wouldn't you say?
Imagine a conversation between this guy and Asterion. Oh my goodness. So anyway, this is Darren. He's actually a really good party member, and I love his personality. He's an absolute bastard, but he's my bastard. He's great. Let's see here. Let's give him the bone shaker. And he's also our first healer, and probably the best healer in the game, to be honest.
A success worthy of praise. It went splendidly.
Hey. Aixa told me to protect you. Anyway. Can you get somewhere safe on your own? Go do the mythic quest. Go do the mythic quest stuff. So that way I can get more XP. Wow. That dude seems like a fun character. He is very fun.
This is my kind of work.
If you have a morbid sense of fun. But yeah, he's a total brat, and I love him very much. Absolute bastard. Let's see here. What else was I supposed to be doing? There was another thing I wanted to do, but I'm forgetting what it was. Alright, I have to go back and go look for the rest of the Des Knights. Rest of the Des Nuts. And I'm not sure if Tails is still here, but before you ask, yes, Lilac is based off of this character. Oh. Never skipping a cutscene ever again.
Adept Thrall of the Temple of Desna! You are under arrest, suspicious of treason and demons. You want men to come quietly, grab your feet, and count this as justice. And here's a traitor who almost confined Wardstone with his men. You think it? Paranoid. The time for silence.
Oh, thank God, I finally get to kill him. Now I also get to show off the sort of things Darren is capable of.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Like I stated before, Darren is primarily in charge of the heals. I want to expect really quick. Lawful good? Yeah, I don't think so.
Into the fray!
And I fired again and I missed. And missed. So then I fired again and I missed.
You won't survive me.
Time to share your treasures.
Jeez. Wait, was I not inspecting Hellroom? I wasn't. Oh, just lawful neutral. I'm sure that fits. That makes sense.
The light take you.
Out of my sight! Endure this!
Cover me, all right?
The inheritor, guide my blade.
And that's the end of the worst guy in the world.
I will see to your demise. Make every strike count.
Ask nicely.
Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you feel better.
Oh, Desna. Why, in doing what's right, must we offer forced blood when it is not necessary? Can this really be the price of the true path and freedom? The class was of the Inquisition was bound to happen later. Maybe. But for a stint with the Wardstone, which we didn't even save. Anyway, I have only myself to blame. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to the Temple of Desna. I want to be alone with the goddess and reflect on all that's happened. Long sword of right!
We will win this war.
What about the long sword of left? God, I'm making Lyra jokes. I thought myself better than this. Clearly, I was wrong. And also, we're encumbered, so we need to drop stuff. Hold on. I have to drop something. Drop. Drop. Oh, why didn't I give this to Sela? She's gonna want it. Alright. Now we go over to the Temple of these nuts. Still can't get over Wargo's walk cycle, run cycle, I suppose. Just... It's very silly. I'm not going to run. Kill me if you wish. I'll ask you to heal me out first. I can't imagine someone would go as far as to kill you, Remium. You gaggle of good little worshippers wouldn't allow such sacrilege to come fast. Why do you think Sig refuged me? I would have helped, out of solidarity for a fellow Asimar, and to relieve one summer's eve. Darren, you are traveling in unexpected company. But to answer your question, I never considered to save myself. I want to help the people of the city. I refuse to sit idly by and wait out of the storm just to amuse you, even for the sake of that one summer's eve. Yes, that is a common affliction among clerics, it seems. Elrond is dead. I'm sorry for this, really. I'm truly sorry. Elrond did not understand what he was doing. It did so much harm. But I sincerely believed what he was fighting for the good of the city and the entire Crusade movement. In another position, he could have done so much good. Found your 3 adepts. Alright. Let's go to the Temple of these nuts. Oh god, the lighting. Yeah, that's something about Raffle, right? Just a lot of the lighting glitches out. Stopping for a minute won't hurt. I'll gladly sit down. We decided to give you a gift. A special gift. One that we would never share with anyone except the person who risked their life for ours. We didn't even take a stand against evil, but injustice under the guise of law. Our gift is a song. We call it Starward Gaze. Aimed to us in a true servant does her domain in Elysium. This song can gift us soul with renewed vitality. Just listen. Do I get a gift? Can I swap my song out for something else? Say cash? Or even a snack of some kind? Hey, that's actually pretty good. You repeat the melody, feeling it come somewhere in the heart. And then, when the music stops, Aurigal finds herself in a place that looks nothing like the ruins of Canabras. It all happens in the space of a blink of an eye. She closed her eye in one world and reopened in another one entirely. The delicate twilight envelops a new world, with a streak of moonlight breaking through the gloom. Wargold is standing in a shallow stream of murmuring water, deep in a forest. There is no one else around. Garlands of unfamiliar climbing plants twine around the trunks of gigantic trees, and dangling from the branches are vines, woven into what looks like remarkably like swings. A carpet of fragrant grass is spread out into the tree roots, while an island of phosphorescent moss and lichen dot here and there. Small smooth stones come with a strange mirrored surface that are scattered across the stream bed, to which Wargo is sitting. The stones catch the light shining down from the heavens, making them gleam silver, and making the ordinary little brook seem like a stream of darkness, carrying sprinkling of stars through the night. Wargo is sure she's never been here to this place before, and yet it feels so familiar. It is the manifestation not of a dream or fantasies, but of a special way of looking at the world that only children possess. With a glint of light reflected off the piece of glass of the fallen star, when an odd-shaped stone can become a remarkable artifact, when every shadow or twist of the promised path or mystery of incredible adventure. A single glance at the forest or the stream brings this feeling rushing back. Realizing this, Wargold I'm climbing up the tree and going on the swing. The stream of starstone bobbles away below. The swing begins to gently move, arcing up and down again. What lies beyond the thrill of this simple pastime given to mortals? Is it the sensation of weightlessness, or the hunger for freedom and flight? Whatever it may be, Wargo quickly realizes she is no longer alone. They come closer, not attempting to hide, stepping lightly on the Martian carpet, leaping from branch to branch, or flitting through the air. These creatures are thoroughly bizarre, as if they were deliberately conceived to try the sanity of every taxidermist on the planet. One has fluttering wings of a butterfly on its back, the other has scales of a dozen different animals, while a third boasts a tassel of streaming water instead of water, hooves instead of feet, and a springly clover growing all over its skin. "We have a visitor!" exclaims one of the strange creatures. Everything feels so serious that you read Wargo and I'm completely losing it.
Who are you?
We are the Azadas, the children of freedom. This is one of the creatures, carelessly swinging from the branches of a tree. This forest is our home for today. Tomorrow, our home could be a lake of 100 leagues to the south, or an underground cave in the azure oceans, or a castle in the clouds that scatters at the god breeze. And you may ask yourself, how did I get here? Where am I? You don't know where you are? Asked the creature in amazement. This is the plane of breathtaking beauty and the plane of astonishing wonder. But only Elysium is woven from the cravings for beauty and the belief in wonders. That is where you are, in the most peaceful, most wonderful corner of the plane of boundless freedom.
How did I get here?
We don't know how you came to be here, says the creature with a dozen tails, smiling. Mortals rarely come to Elysium during their lifetime. But here you are. which means that you must have something that brought you, something in your soul. If your soul did not harbor even the slightest spark of freedom, yearning, and compassion, you would never find a way to be here. Now that you know the answers, tell us, what do you want? That's none of... I want to say that's none of your business, freaks, but I don't know. They've been nice to me.
Wish I could stay here forever.
The creature with the butterfly wings, who is hitherto remains silent, gives the visitor a serious look and nods to itself. I smell the burning blood and tears of the place you come from. It clings to you. Your soul yearns for beauty and freedom. That is good. With the souls meant for Elysium would never turn back on the suffering and strife. You must return from where you come from. For now, at least. Would you like to take something from this place as a memento?
Yeah, I'll take something.
The Azatas draw closer. Take this memory with you. Take this light. Take the knowledge that any pebble struck by the moonbeam can be equal to any star. Take the understanding that you cannot fight evil with clever plans until you've conquered the evil within your soul. And your soul cannot be cleansed of evil if it is not free. Take our song, remember it, and it may help you, but only when you are true to that which has brought you beneath the sky. What just happened? For a second you were surrounded by light. We heard music, like the music of Elysium itself. I had a vision. I was in Elysium and the Izada spoke to me. I swear it's a sign that Desna herself has turned her gaze on you. You help us and protected Wallfire from the Inquisition, even though it wasn't your responsibility. The goddess just couldn't fail to acknowledge such a noble soul. We might be getting ahead of ourselves here. There are many powerful entities in Elysium besides this. Of course, there must be a reason for it. I'm so glad we have met your friend. And not because I'd be suffering at the Inquisitor's hands right now if we hadn't, but also because you helped me overcome my doubts. We will always remember you, no matter what.
I like.
Want to remove disease. That's actually going to be really fun, useful. I cannot take this seriously. I'm losing again. This is going to be a very unserious playthrough. Wrath of the Righteous is normally a very, very serious game, but it is a very serious game for very serious people. We're all very, very serious here. Just look at Waragold. Does Waragold look like she's not serious? She looks very serious. She has that look in her eyes. Alright, collect all the junk. And now we're gonna go back to the Defender's Heart. Now that we got everything done. Well, we still need to do Camilla's thing, but we can wait for that later. And also several of my party members are exhausted, so we're going to need to take a nap. Alright! See those friends. I almost forgot. The Fender Heart greets with an unexpected liveliness. Beyond the walls of the tavern, the once bustling festive city now lies in ruins. But somehow none of that can be felt within these walls. The people in the room are talking, laughing, raising toasts, and even softly singing. It doesn't look like a typical tavern reality, but nor is the grim vigilance of the recent days. Waragold! Come! Let me properly introduce you to Elaine, Jana, and Girl, the fearless warriors of the League of the Inspiring Guard. It was me who convinced Erebeth to use what Jana and Girl and Ellen found in a pantry. If you look out the window, you might think the end of times might have come and the abyss had devoured all of us. I thought some simple pleasures, good food, and good company could keep the gloom at bay.
When have I ever turned down merrymaking and good company?
Let's raise our mugs, my friends. Wait, I'm not ready for another toast yet. It's not every day I drink with paladins, knights, and sword lords. Hey, you're just gonna sit there with a grim face? I said we get to know each other a little better. We have our reasons to toast.
Tell me about the hound arts.
As stories go, it's not very entertaining. I was born in the south of Andoran. I lost my parents early, led a life as a simple mercenary, but often questioned the path I'd chosen. I'm proud of my sword skill. I enjoy training on drills, and I'm not afraid of battle. Risking my life for coin? It doesn't take a special mindset to choose with a lot of regrets. If you want to risk your blood, I saw too many of my friends die, and I wondered if it was worth it. So I ended up deciding to choose another path. Now I'm gonna lay down my life, and at least it will be for a good cause. That's how I ended up in Mendiv, and I became a squire for the Houndhearts. It's a small order by tradition. It has never been more than 12 members, and a new member is only knighted after one of the elders die. You patrol along the Wartstones line, and provide an aid to travelers and settlers. Unfortunately, death is common among the Houndhearts. I became a full knight 2 years ago after allowing my mentor to rest. But I'm content with my choices. My place is among the Crusaders.
Yeah, you've been signing with the Eagle Watch how long, Jana?
I signed up 4 days before the demon attack. Am I lucky or what? I'm an apprentice to the famed fencing masters from Maivon. I learned a thing or two from him. Believe me, I got bored of fighting off bandits and getting involved with petty squabbles of bickering river kingdoms. I wanted a proper challenge, and you can't find a better place than Mendiv. And what do you know? The moment I arrived, the demonic invasion began. My father would say that it was no accident. Fate brought me here. Yeah, how about you, girl? What brings you among the condemned? I just did what everyone else was doing. I grew up in the slums, where everyone stole a little, or maybe smuggled, guarded stash, but I never killed anybody. I never really did anything that bad. I got caught stealing, and when they made to choose me between prison and condemned, well, of course I didn't want to go to prison. I'm not that good of a fighter, but as Norgober is my witness, a thief can always be useful in a war against demons. I've always been a good scout. I can stick it to the nose of any monster, but I don't know where my friends are now. We got separated when the demons rampaged through the city. Chin up, friend. Whoever you were in the past, you're our friends now, and a crusader. Your skill will be useful to us. You'll see. I know all of you know Sela. I met my noble sister on the road to Canaveras. I was returning from the south from my fiancée, and I was happy to be in the company of a paladin of Iomade. We said our farewells at the city gates, and I went north, along the road to Dresden, to my order's camp. The demons attacked us at the same time they struck Canaveras, but we managed to fight them off. We hurried to the city's aid and joined forces with the Eagle Watch. All my fellow Houndhearts were wounded during the battle of the street. And I'm the last knight in my order that I can still fight. It's so good to see Seal again. Every loyal heart counts these days. I met Sela in a tavern in Canaveras, before the attack, of course. She was one of the few who would sit at the table with the condemned. Knights don't even look at us. But Sela's different. I knew that the moment I saw her. That's what made me notice Sela too, so I sat down and talked with her. I never understood why anyone treated the condemned so horribly, and I still don't. Akar is a great lad. So, after that night, Sela and I went around the tavern together every day. Mendiv's an amazing place. People from all over the world come here, for glory, redemption, or to help those in trouble. They always find each other. This might be the best place in the world to find like-minded people and friends. That was a toast in case you didn't notice. Sela, did you call me over just because, or something the matter? I didn't just want to talk about today's celebration. You see, Ellen's in trouble. I want to help him, and I don't know anyone else in the city I can turn to. His fellow knights were all wounded in the battle. Bad idea, sister, I told you. I don't want to bother anyone else with my problems. I need to handle them on my own. Oh, come on! Hiding your sadness from the friends is no way to live. Alright, I'm listening. In truth, I do not wish to impose. problem is just minor problems. A paladin Iomade and her friends certainly have more important things to do, especially now that Canaris has been overrun with demons. If I learned anything in life, it's that there's nothing minor about good and evil. Take the three of you, for example. It seems like all you did was save one card from a lesser demon. But look how many people are happy now. That's a feat never to be sung in songs, but who knows? Maybe thanks to this one joyous hour of peace and the rest, the defenders of Canaris will find strength to defend the city. I talk too much, don't I? Well, Sir Lan, I want to help you. And my reputation as a holy warrior of Iomade won't suffer if it's more than a mere adventure with a glorious feat. Alright, I'll explain. The life of a crusader has given me more than just a purpose and a chance to serve a righteous cause. When I abandoned the life of the mercenary and came to Nendev, I gained something that I never expected. It was here that I met, may all the ladies here forgive me, the finest girl in all the world. It's a miracle she found any love with her heart for a bungler like me, but I'm not about to let this miracle go. Not even for the Demon Lord Discari and all of his demon army can stand in my way. You hear that? You hear that, Lyra? Somebody is willing to fight the Demon Lord Discari for girls. Sounds like you found a kindred spirit. Luckily, my beloved is now safe away from Canabras. For half a year, I've been getting the courage to propose to her. I even ordered a ring from Derek Sunheimer, the best jeweler in Mendev. Independent knightly orders live mostly off donations, and I'm not what you would call rich. I so want to make Kiana happy. Oh, it took me 3 months to find the jewel the same shaded as her eyes, and twice as long to skate together that money. As the dark work was worth it. But I lost the ring during the demon attack. I'll probably never find a worthy replacement. Ring still likely is at the Houndheart camp outside the city. Ellen and his friends didn't have time to pack up the camp. First the demons ambushed them, then they rushed off to help Canabras. I think we should at least go there and check. Not right now, of course, but once the situation in the city is under control.
Alright, I'll give it a shot.
Thanks for... Sela puts her hands on his shoulder. Thanks for agreeing to help. Ellen's a good man and a true knight. I think the world will repay those who are so devoted to doing good. Let's help him, so he can propose his beloved the way he wanted. Sela, I hope you can convince Erebeth to let me go with you on this. I don't want to be parted from my friends. Of course! The League of the Inspiring Cart has come together for a drink in this dark hour. We must continue onward together.
Alright.
Oop, gotta level up Camilla.
Dex. And Hex.
Get the Evil Eye. Evil Eye is probably one of the best hexes in the game. And it's, well, really useful. Oh, that's right. I wanted to redo Woljif. Oh, can't redo Woljif. Oh, save scum, so just in case it doesn't count against all my free retrains. Alright, time to give Erebeth all the good news. I thank you for saving the esteemed citizens of Canavris, even though not all of them deserve to be saved. Man, but forgive my words. I don't really mean that, of course. I just never fail to astound me the way that good people seem to perish while the not-so-good prove to be incredibly, amazingly enduring. What's your problem with Darren? Is there bad blood between the two of you? Oh, no, nothing like that. I think he dislikes all paladins equally. But the real question is, who does he like? Only his hanger-ons, I wager. The Count has a certain reputation within Mendev. He's not a pleasant individual by any means, but he's not known for any particular villainy either. The Count enjoys a life of leisure surrounded by a gaggle of sycophants, who is always eager to badmouth the Queen at his command. He likes settling scores, too. There was a hero of the First Crusade, Sir Lant, a kind and honest man. After the end of his glorious career as soldiers, he became a wise mentor to the younger generation. He ran afoul of the Count somehow, perhaps by lecturing him on his idle lifestyle and lack of purpose. When Sir Lant died, the Count managed to buy a portion of his estate and order the knight's helmet to be reforged into a chamber pot. And, of course, he didn't keep his little joke private. The Queen was particularly affronted by it, because Sir Lant used to be her loyal comrade in arms. I was there receiving an assignment from Her Majesty and witnessed the exact moment she found out about the helmet's fate. It's a small thing, but I could see the Queen's anguish at the travesty that had been made of her friend's legacy. That is what our Count is like as a person, and as for his talent for survival, do you know the story of Heaven's Edge? He was the only member of his family to escape with his life when the demons unleashed a magical plague on the Arende estate. Never heard of it. I don't know the details. It happened a while ago, back when I was a mercenary and had nothing to do with Canabras. I only know there was a grand feast in the honor of Darren's birthday, and all of his relatives were invited, as well as a few other distinguished guests. Everyone died from a mysterious disease someone had unleashed on the estate, including the servants, the guards, and a number of clerics and paladins. But the young Count survived, because of his healing ability, I suppose. Darren does possess an unusually brilliant talent, even if the application of his skills leaves much to be desired. Why is he trying to provoke the Queen? Who knows? It could be a family matter. The Count is Her Majesty's cousin twice removed or something like that. But I think he simply enjoys infuriating people, Crusaders and Iomedes servants especially. Thanks for telling me that. My pleasure. I'm sorry you had to endure my grumbling. Watching these things happen to my city has put me in a foul mood. Found Germande Aldore. Yes, thank you. It is good to have her back. We need every fighter we can get. I suppose it's asking too much to want fighters that are sober as well. Tower of Astolat has been taken care of. Great. The place where demons have gathered needs to be cleared one by one. They won't be able to stab us back when we take back the great garrison. Thank you for your service. Okay. Go. May Iomade keep you safe. Guess we should talk to the storyteller.
Is that you, my savior? I recognize your footsteps. Determined footsteps befitting of a determined person. Allow me to thank you again for saving me. Please accept this humble gift as a token of my appreciation.
Well, Weregold's footsteps certainly are something.
Irbeth has explained why you were looking for me. I warned the authorities of Canabras that the local wardstone had been desecrated. It weighed off my wardings with the pay of their inaction. I have examined many wardstones, but only in one guarding Canabras did I sense the flaw. A spot of corruption inside. A vulnerability the demons will surely use. They are able to spread the blight inside the wardstone, corrupt it, and make it their weapon. They frighten me to think what they're capable of. The wardstone must be destroyed.
Who are you, and why did they let you examine the wardstone?
I am the storyteller, just an old elf. And a bit more. I'm old even for an elf. I've seen many things in many places. Not long ago, I witnessed the making of a young kingdom in the Stolen Lands, led by a remarkable and promising individual. My advice on the complicated matters of conquering these lands proved useful to that leader.
Oh, look! Referencing the previous game, Pathfinder Kingmaker. That's right, Wrath of the Righteous is a sequel!
It's not uncommon for me. Some seek advice's services. I don't refuse. This is how I acquire my reputation as an old vagrant who never hurt anyone. Stayed out of other squabbles. But sometimes gave good advice. I have a few friends in Eurasian who vouch for my integrity. This is why my humble request has been allowed to see the wardstone was granted. I visited all of them, and only found cause for alarm in Canabras.
You seem to have some sort of weird magic, some instinct.
Yes, to a certain extent. But it's more of a gift.
I can see the past, stories that have happened. I touch an object, and shreds of its owner's memories reveal themselves in their mind, their emotions, passions, and tragedies. I see visions like I am with them. and the stories that happened to me. This is my power. I have been roaming the world gathering such stories for thousands of years. One day, I will gather them all. What blight is concealed in the Wardstone? I'm afraid I don't have the answer to your question. To understand the blight, you must understand how the Wardstone was created, and it is hidden from me. I can only guess. Have you heard of the Red Morning Massacre? A dreadful morning remembered by all with the fear of even those not born at the time. A demoness called Monago invaded the city with a crowd of her followers, and started to do what demons do best, kill and desecrate. They say they cover the Wardstone with pieces of dead bodies, and splashed it with blood from top to bottom. Could such abominations darken the radiance of the gift of Ione herself? The locals seem to think it's impossible, but who knows? It was not the last attack. Many demon leaders brought their unholy forces here, and even the terrifying Baelor I'm gonna have a hell of a time pronouncing this. Koramezida? Even the terrifying Baelor D's nuts. Their attacks were rebuffed, but they still reached their target. I think it is time when the seeds of the corruption were planted the stone. It wouldn't have grown on its own. But Descari himself has now seemed to take advantage of this weakness, to open the abscess and the festering for years, unnoticed by the people of Canavras. And when the demon lord struck a blow, the weakened stone gave in. Now, it's in the demon's hands, and nothing is stopping it from spreading the blight throughout the entire stone. And from it, the other stones along the perimeter of the wound. Why? I have heard you. In that case, we must make every possible effort to destroy the corruption. Unfortunately, I don't know where to get an instrument powerful enough to banish it from the Wardstone. As far as I know, there's nothing like it in the Canavras, but the demons might have something. I've heard the dying roar of Ferundlev, the silver dragon, protecting the city. At the same time, I felt a wave of unfamiliar power sweep over me from head to toe. I would advise you to go where Ferundlev perished, and search there for something. I'm sorry I can't be more specific, but your intuition of a strange set of rightfulness points you there. I found this purple knife in the square of Talabra Paraship. What do you make of it? Even from here, I can feel the strange energies emanating from the object. If you don't mind, I will examine it, using my method. I will try to see the past of its owner, their emotions, and shreds of their memories. Maybe it will give us a better idea of what we're dealing with.
Hunger. My lady legs bring me to its lair, to my mother's feasting hall. Her swollen body overfilling with the food. It's so huge I have to look at it with all of my eyes once. On top is her scrawny little head, with a long beak that has always yearned for more food.
You feel feverish. Your chest, when the mysterious wound is concealed, feels hot. Your mind is flooded with a wave of visions that repeat itself with the words of the old elf.
Mother greets me with a placid screech. Stupid, greedy wretch, whose only achievement is my birth. A creeping, wingless creature. It is your fault I have no wings. A symbol of greatness, a birthright that I should receive from my mighty father. Mother points me at a crowd of whimpering subjects, suggesting I fortify myself with their pathetic flesh. Not today. I summon my spawn, and they fly to me, enveloping me in a teeming cloud. Like the dark, buzzing wings, they unfold behind my back and lift me up. Mother has always been stronger, but she did not expect this. I dive onto her and rip her limp, bloated body with my claws. Ichor splatters. The bone spurns and my heels sink into her flesh. I clench her pitiful, tiny head and tear it off along with the shreds of meat. Victory! I am the strongest. I am the son of my winged father.
Appalling. Stories like this are the most difficult ones to keep with me.
This knife belonged to a demon?
Storyteller opens his mouth to answer, but a sudden spasm crosses his face. A new version of a stronger one engulfs the old elf. A malevolent undertone vanishes with his voice and grows more determined and tired.
Even looking at the ward stone is difficult. Despite the corruption nestling in it, it still has an aura of strength. Your fingers clutch the stone. Held so tight it hurt. A little spot in the flawless surface of the ward stone draws your attention. Looks like a butterfly. Corruption in the guise of something utterly harmless. But it will grow. You swing and stab the butterfly with your knife as hard as you can. Your fingers cramp painfully. A howl invades your ears. Light, white light everywhere.
What was that? That was not of the past. That was something yet to happen. Or rather, might happen. One of the roads of the future. It's one of the possible futures. This item will help you cleanse the ward stone. Or destroy it. You feel a longing to take the stone chisel and plunge it into your chest, right into the wound that was opened up from it. It's hard to resist that feeling. But at the last moment, your self-preservation instincts take over, and you manage to keep control of it in your hands. Never before has anything like this happened to me, but now, I am not an oracle or prophet. Or is this another riddle from the past that has caught up with me? I must find out. Seeking stories that have happened to one thing, but seeing stories that are yet to happen. I don't know why this is happening now, but one thing is clear, I'm sure of it. This is not a coincidence. This is a sign of coming change. Great change.
I shared your vision and the knife.
You tempted me. Did you see what I saw? That has never happened before. Could it be the magic of the object that you brought me? I sense dark energies in it that can cloud and charm the mind. Be careful with this item. It may have been tried to influence you, but you managed to overcome its power and subdue it. Perhaps something else happened to us. Something we don't yet understand. Can you see the future? I don't know. Obviously, I can, but nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The future has never opened its secrets to me before I met you. Gods, who are you, and why have our paths crossed? I feel this is not a coincidence. Something momentous is happening. Destiny is pushing us towards something. But what? Questions without answers. I swear, this morning I couldn't have imagined what awaited me. Maybe this knife is giving you the power of divination? A knife is a powerful artifact, but I fear its power is different in some nature. No, I felt the same as I do when I tell the past. This is my gift, but it's manifesting in a completely abnormal way. Is what you saw destined to happen? No, the future is not yet set. It used to be, a long time ago, when the god Iroden guarded Galorian. But not now. Prophecies do not come true. Or they do, but not in the way they were supposed to. I only saw one version of the future, one whose past leading to it. But the choice has not been yet made, and our destinies are not set in stone. Who were you in your vision? I do not know. Someone strong and desperate enough to resort to extreme measures. I felt that what I was doing had to be done. And your powers are incredible, incredible. A few minutes ago, I would have agreed with you. If things like that just happened, it disturbs me. My gifts never manifested like this. Something has changed. And these changes frighten me. Yeah, can you please examine the items I'm carrying? Maybe one of them can tell me a story. Or one of them is valuable. Let me touch them. I'll tell you what I can see. The old elf carefully takes the ominous soul rays. Powerful forces lie dormant within this sword. It used to belong to an incredibly bright and daring soul. The storyteller runs his hand over the scale that has not lost its shine. Proud Durendalev, protector of Canabras, you devoted your life to serving the people. Your death is a great loss. And maybe I'll be able to find out something about you that is unknown to me. To your many admirers. Storyteller's hand touches Finian. What a peculiar weapon. I saw the intelligence of it, but it seems dented. Grandpa Elf, watch where you're poking your fingers, it tickles. Figures with a figment of an Algongo. An old thing, created long ago by divine will. But the powers that gave birth to it is lost in darkness. However, the relic still lives on, though it has changed. I wonder what secrets it's hiding. Would you like to know? Bring me 5 vials of magical essence, and I will revive this item, along with its story. Shall we? Can I help you? I appreciate your offer, but I've reason to believe that somewhere in Canabras there's a manuscript authored by an elfin Keonu who witnessed Earthfall. For personal reasons, I would like to examine it, but no matter how hard I try, I've failed to find it. Even in the Blackwing Library, I found only mentions of the manuscript exists. I assumed it's stored in the Grey Garrison. It wouldn't let me into the archive when I visited. All those Crusaders were nervous about the strange blind elf interested in their secrets. It's understandable. The Crusades naturally made them a little paranoid. But now the Grey Garrison has fallen into the enemy hands. I would be grateful if I could see the manuscript. I wish you interesting adventures. Hey! Let's talk to Darren! The Defender's Heart is a splendid choice for a Crusader outpost. The very sight of these walls bring back fond memories of drink and revel. The drinks were really good, by the way. Hey, people saying you're trying to get on, deliberately trying to get on Queen Galfrey's nerves. That true? Does it matter? All of Mendevian high society is declared war on me. They either despise me or they're trying to steer me back onto the right path. And I'm doing everything in my power to keep them on their toes. I relish the prospect of all the fun this mess in Canabras will bring. I shall either commission a song about the great Canabras fiasco from a certain talented bard, or confuse the jewelers with a rather tall order, a batch of silver dragon toys with detachable heads. Give me a week, and there will be every shop in the capital. You should make sure they'll easily rip the wings off the dragon trinket as well. Kids are gonna love it! So be it. From now on, you are my muse. Can I ask you a few personal questions? You can try. I'd heard stories about a failure family. I hope you don't feel obligated to offer me your insincere condolences on this unfortunate occasion. My whole family, my entire noble line, they all died. And demons are to blame. It's not like I actually loved any of my relatives, except for my mother. But what's gone is gone. The family crypts are full of corpses, all covered in dusts and the shadows of the past. What do you cherish most about life? There are far too many things I cherish to fit them all into a single conversation. Believe it or not, but I might be one of the most life-loving people you have ever known. Darren smiles, but his eyes are gleaming with something different from his usual impotence and irony. There's a dreamy air about him all of a sudden. I rarely meet anyone who embraces the joys of living as enthusiastically as myself. There are so many exciting and beautiful things out in the world, and it should be illegal to waste your time doing anything you do not enjoy. And I'm not afraid to repeat myself to anyone's faces, should it be Discari and his dynamic herd, or Iomade the Lightbringer herself. What do you hate the most? The feeling of helplessness. The lack of control of my own life. Darren replies what I'm thinking. And then adds with obvious sonic guidance. And onion rings, of course. I'd murder up the person who came up with these abominations. Hey, don't worry. If I see any onion rings, I'll make them disappear! Hey, I got a question. You don't seem particularly keen on helping people, but you're really good at healing. It's very impressive. What prompted your interest in, the magic stuff? If you really want to try and outlive everything life has If you really want to try out everything life has to offer, you also have to understand how to deal with the consequences. And I'm not talking about simple hangover, mind you.
What sort of consequences?
I've got plenty of stories to tell, but I have to warn you that even the most outrageous debauchery sounds far less thrilling when you were not the one doing the debauching. Still, since you asked, I suppose the worst mess I've ever gotten myself was when I was staging my own kidnapping. I was once in a correspondence with one of the Riverland nobles, the young Lord Labida, and he told me about his days as a hostage to a group of bandits. This made me wonder what it'd be like. I thought it might be fun to set up a little experiment. I engineered my own kidnapping by a certain gang through a chain of intermediaries and hired actors. Those fellows took the job very seriously. They caught me by surprise, killed 2 of my bodyguards, and even tied me up. Of course, the whole thing seems preposterous now, but it seemed like an ingenious idea at the time. The employers had told the kidnappers that they were to keep me safe and sound. Another group of mercenaries in disguise was watching the spectacle from afar, ready to interfere in case anything went wrong. It turned out to be a terrible idea nonetheless. It wasn't the least bit fun or exciting. Sure, those bandits had been unable to torture or hurt me physically in any way, but they had plenty of other non-invasive methods of humiliation in our arsenal. Taking almost all of your clothes off and splashing ice-cold water all over, for example. Ugh. I can't even remember if I said anything truly offensive to provoke them. Even though I initially planned to let them go after the ransom, their overly emotional reactions made me change my mind. I told the mercenaries to hang them all on the spot. I suppose the whole ordeal taught me a valuable lesson, which is that I am not built for hardships and trials.
I'd say a light. Wait, did you just told me a couple of your bodyguards died? Doesn't that mean you lost 2 people you were paying just so you could have a bit of fun? What a waste of money!
Oh, spare me. It irks me beyond all measure when I hear about the suffering of the innocent. Yes, the bodyguards died. Guarding nobles is a dangerous job, and they were well aware of the risk. I didn't really see a problem with that. Besides, they proved their incompetence. They should have stood no chance against real kidnappers.
Yeah. Does suck about the waste of money. But you do have a point. Life is too short not to try at everything you can.
I shall console myself with that thought. So that was a stupid story, and now I shall tell you a truly brilliant one. Prelate Holroon has always strictly prohibited any public celebration in Canabras, and he's always picked on me for my lack of respect for the fallen and whatnot. His grumbling has annoyed me so much that one day I drove 4 barges into the city harbor and set up a celebration on their decks. The ships now on the river didn't fall under the prelate's jurisdiction, you see, and all he could do was snarl at me from the embankment. I, for one, did not forget the old boy. The main attractive of the festivities involved Inquisitor Viomene dancing and roasting beautiful witches on illusionary bonfires, taking off his clothes with every new victim. The spectacle was so heated, in every sense of the word, that the prelate almost had a stroke. I could still consider it one of my finest ideas of all time. Should the Crusaders ever succeed in their efforts against the Whirlwind, I will do my utmost to get permission to hold a grand public celebration. Rivers of wine, free of charge, an obligatory parade, and a carnival in the evening. A contest with the most provocative succubus costume, with a hefty prize in gold. Another contest where the participants had to fish a sausage out of a wine jar blindfolded, with their hands tied behind their back. The wine will symbolize the blood of all the dead heroes in the war, and the sausage... well, they'll find a heroic meaning in all that. Over the years, the commemoration of the great victories of light of darkness were turned into an ordinary holiday, a fine excuse to get sloshed and rot like animals in the street.
Do you enjoy being mean to everyone?
Yeah. Yes.
And here I thought you were hurling insults at people purely by accident.
I like your way with the words. What did you expect me to say if I wanted to make a good impression? Something the lines of, I'm not so mean, I'm just being honest with myself and everyone else. That is what people use as an excuse when they want to keep up their saccharine facade while saying whatever nasty little thoughts spring to their mind. That is not what I do. I have no hidden agenda. I'm just as much of an insufferable prick as I seem to be. Some people are simply begging for a good dose of mockery, and who am I to deny them? I don't give a damn if anyone holds a grudge against me. Which is why I don't even try to avoid it. Alright. Okay. I hope this conversation was at least the slightest bit amusing. Hey, what's your thoughts on the Crusades? You're gonna have to be more specific than that. What's your opinion on, Mendev? It doesn't exist. It's a frontier country that has attracted every utopian adventurer and fanatic from all over the world for more than a century. It's a place where strangers outnumber the locals, especially in the cemeteries. The population of Mendev, for the most part, consists of humans and other races not exactly known for their longevity, so the current generation of Mendevs were born in the shadow of the whirlwind and raised by crusades. I might be the last person to complain about the decline of tradition and lack of character in our country, but I also happen to come from one of Mendev's most ancient lineage. It's a history bred deep in my bones. My tutors told me stories about my heritage, the galleries, the libraries, and even the interiors of the manors I grew up with were filled with the brims with the memories of the events long past. There are many heroes of old Mendev among my glorious ancestors, or at the very least, patrons and contemporaries of such heroes. Does anyone actually remember them now? I don't think so. These days, Mendevs have its own heroes, in shining armor with holy fire in their eyes. I myself remember how several streets that once celebrated my ancestors were renamed in honor of a Mendevian crusader who died in heroic fashion. None of the citizens remembers the old crossing festival that was eventually replaced by Amirs. These holidays even share the name and date. Pretty much the only authentic thing about Mendev now is this endless war with demons. And there is a point in bemoaning the state of affairs. What's gone is gone, but at least we're no longer some tiny god-forsaken northern kingdom. And that's something, isn't it? You don't really like the Crusades, do you? Quite the opposite. When I think about how many devoted heroes are willing to protect this world against the demonic threat, I feel so inspired. Inspired to continue indulging in my vices while they fight to keep me safe. Imagine being someone like me. Someone who has everything they can possibly desire. Youth, beauty, wealth, an honest wish to live and enjoy living, but vanishing few ways to put it all to any use. The fact that the word fun itself is not outlawed in Mendev must be due to some bureaucratic oversight. You can celebrate your victories solemnly. You can wet your whistle with a challenge of battle. But what about real fun? Joys? Pleasures? I can't remember a single evening at court without somebody chastising me for my banquets, my lovers, my mistresses, and my luxurious clothes, my everything. It would have been a lot easier to tolerate all those hypocrites if they took a break once in a while. Instead, they are a constant fuss about how I wasn't doing anything for the greater good, and how I only brought shame to my royal cousin. You want fun? Why, go show you fun. Sorry. Judging from your expression, that pickup line wasn't exactly very good. No, keep trying. One of these days you'll get it, and I will be very amused at your botched attempts until then. What do you think of our... let's dramatically and abruptly change the subject. What do you think of our enemies? Do you mean the demons themselves, or their followers? The former deserve to be cleansed with heavenly fire for their unholy origin alone, and the latter for their idiocy. I don't understand why a sane person would submit themselves to Daskari or Kabiri. Alright, Lady Nocticula almost seems bearable enough, mistress. Yet there are so many other cultists. They've tried to recruit me twice already, and I'm not even that old. First, a very pretty tiefling girl tried to seduce me, and then they came with the promise of Lord Baphomet's endless boons. I still wonder what exactly old Hornhead could offer me that I do not already have. You know what I've been thinking? Every shopkeeper knows this trick. An enticing offer along the lines of 1 in every 100 buns from my bakery contains a silver coin. And of course, a hired actress to make a memorable show of finding said coin in her seat roll. And there you have it. Hundreds of gullible fools storm the shop hoping to win a prize for themselves. I think the infamous Aurelia Vorlish was one such actress for the Lords of the Abyss. A petty Sarkorian witch who became the uncrowned queen of the Whirlwind, waited upon hand and foot by demon lords. Only instead of visiting a bakery, the gullible fools rushed to join cultists. We haven't... You won't know what Baphomet is offering unless your followers make their pitch. Honestly, knowing Baphomet is generally one to just what does Baphomet offer mostly to his followers? I think it's mostly just power, just like lots and lots of raw power. He's so fucking weird, Mana. Who, Darren or Baphomet? I don't know. They're both weirdos. Darren is also a complete weirdo. He's super powerful, but also super great researcher. Who, Baphomet? Yeah, Baphomet is a weirdo. I mean, he's supposed to be the father of all Minotaurs, but in Pathfinder, he doesn't look like a Minotaur at all. He looks like a goat. He looks more close to a biblically accurate Baphomet. However, I will say, when we do actually run into Baphomet, I will give praise where it's due. His voice actor makes his voice buttery smooth. Anyways, where was I? Oh yes. We have an army of unbelievably powerful supernatural invaders from another dimension, hell-bent on destruction and domination. And what do those fools do? They serve them willingly as pawns and lackeys, hoping against hope that someday their masters will notice them. You won't believe how delighted I am to be so vain and self-absorbed. These sins protect me from demonic temptation better than any virtue. What made you join my party after all? You mean instead of carousing away from Canaveras with a small army of mercenaries protect me? I will get to that. You see, when you appeared at my door out of nowhere, awash with bravery and heroism, and started tossing demons around like ragdolls, I thought that your company might be more exciting than my usual crowd of sycophant hangers-ons. You seem competent and mysterious at the same time, so I decided to give a little demon hunting wouldn't hurt, especially with such an intriguing entourage. That party has been growing taller with every passing second anyway. Yeah. Give me a moment. Spam. There we go. Needed to say, I'm not here for long. I shall return to the capital, or even one of my country estates, as soon as we reclaim the city. Crusades, bellowing commanders, row upon row of identical tents. This is not for the life for me, but I will certainly remember how you and I are adventurous together. For a week, or perhaps longer than that. There's a too real joke there, something. And they just worship the demons and willing to serve them even though they're willing to toss them out in an instant. Looks at the state of the country. Yeah, that checks.
I am the Demon Lord Discari, and I am going to build a massive wound in reality. It will be the biggest wound, and Mendev is going to pay for it.
Alright.
That Iomade, she's not a real god, she's a pretender, she's all fake. She's all fake, I'm the real deal. Iroden was the real deal, but now he's dead, and Iomade thinks that she's so great, but no, she's not that great, she's a fraud. She's fake news.
The demons. Mendev is a shithole country. Whoever heard of it? It's no law. I'm renaming this Sarkoris to the Gulf of the Wound, the Gulf of the Abyss, and Mendev's gonna pay for it. Honestly, I will give that this game kind of was ahead of its time, just about like early compliance with really bad people. Amazing impression. You flatter me. Thank you, Tails. I'm invading Mendev. Queen Galfrey, she's too liberal. She's too liberal, and I sat down with her, and you know what she told me? She told me, "Die, monster, I will destroy you in the righteous name of Iomade." Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Lots of paladins. I deal with lots of queens all the time. I got so many queens that I deal with, and so many that I've killed. I've so many that I've fed the locusts. Too old, too liberal. She's over 100 years old. She uses that weird potion to keep herself young. I don't know about it. It's wild. It's all wild. It's all crazy. She's out here calling my followers nutcases, but do you see what these crusaders do? You see those?
Tiefling boy, tell me, what are tieflings doing to change public opinion? How are they dealing with this problem?
We pinch stuff from people who really don't like us. We rob from other people too, but we don't clean them out in the same way. That's like justice, right?
She's out here calling my fellow followers nutcases. Queen Galfrey, she's complaining about my followers. She complains about all the followers I will, but look what her crusades are doing. Look at all the demons they're killing. Like, so many demons are dead. So many demons are dead. Lots of them. Lots of fine demons. They've had families. So many demon brethren, even more. All those dead succubuses out of a job. The jobs are leaving the abyss because of Queen Galfrey. I talked to Nauticula about this, and she said it's all Queen Galfrey's fault. The jobs are leaving the abyss. They're coming into the abyss and they're taking your jobs. This is the worst bit. This is the worst bit ever. This is the worst bit I have ever done on stream. What jobs? Killing people? Exactly! The Crusades are out here killing people, that's our job. They're sending all the killing people over to the Crusaders, and they're killing a lot of people over there. They're killing so many people. Anyway, I have a tavern to defend. Thank you for coming to our aid. Ready yourself. The attack is imminent. We need every reliable blade we can, and the help of the fine swordswomen such as yourself will be invaluable. We're expecting an entire horde of demons, attacking from every possible angle. I don't think you need me to tell how to fight in these conditions. Also, see, the problem is that I can't make a joke about building a wall because technically there is already a wall, but Mendev actually built it. It's the ward stones that are around the world wound that keep the world wound contained. So I guess Daskari is a better leader than Trump, because unlike Trump, he did actually build a wall and make his enemies pay for it. So, you know, literal demon lord outclassing Donald Trump. Think about that. Interpret that as you may. All right, I'm going to save the game. You know what? Sure. And it's really funny because of all the demon lords, I'm gonna be honest, Daskari's kind of a loser. Like, he got absolutely wrecked by like his plan to enter the material plane got wrecked by our Rodin, and he never recovered since. Now that our Rodin's dead, he's still not over it. He's just like, I want my Rodin back. Ayomene, notice me, senpai. Notice me, senpai.
Refuse to accept their statement.
That's why he's the Trump. This fight is going to take a little while. In fact, let's just turn off the turn base for a little moment. Just whomp them. If things start going south, we can turn turn base back on.
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
Oh god, they're coming in for the breaches. Oh god, they're coming in through the... Okay. We need to turn back turn base mode because things are going bad. This fight is kind of sucks because if you turn on turn-based mode, as you can see, it takes forever to do anything because of like all the actors within the fight that needs to get through. But if you turn off turn-based mode, you just get swamped immediately. All right, get up, Woldriff. Still needed.
You won't survive me. Endure.
Hey, Woldriff. Why don't you take a little drinky? There we go. Oh, nice hit. Ooh, I know what we could do. Let's get everyone blessed. Hashtag blessed. Alright, swamp. Get whumped. Are you just gonna actually do anything, or are you just gonna stand there and just keep casting Smite Evil? Ah, bless my enemy.
Make every strike count.
It is my ally today. Can I charge him? I can charge him! Looks like it's just this loser over here. Surely... Oh. There's more losers coming in. Oh, there's a lot more losers coming in! Oh, nothing made done about it. Actually, there probably was something better. We could have cast Grease at that entrance. This group of losers called Loss? I don't know if this is Loss.
Mind over muscle.
I'm gonna rattle his bones. Alright. Where are the losers? They're all the way up there. Not what I meant to do, but...
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
So much for the extra attack. That was just the usual 2. Come on, Lan! Pull it together. Oh, great. More losers scaling the walls. Okay, let's... Oh god, they're coming back through this side over here. We'll just leave the guys at the...
You won't survive me.
Let's just leave... let the guys up there handle the...
To the fray!
All the guys on the walls. If they can't handle it, well, we can just wump them the moment they come down. Ooh, I can hit a whole bunch of them. Nice! Well done, Nenio.
Precision and grace.
Alright, lesson learned. I'm greasing this baby up over here. If a different Lin was here, a tiny electrical nuclear bomb would have done some serious damage to these invaders.
Endure this. Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Only one at a time, though, because paladins really specialize in dealing with singular big threats. They're absolute boss killers at best, boss killers. But the problem is that we have a bunch of small losers. The biggest loser has not come in yet. Give him a moment. He'll be here. Hey, you can't still be standing up. That's illegal.
I'll make short work of this.
I'm pretty certain Link could have absolutely soloed all of these guys, though. Can't exactly do much. Can't exactly do much without stepping on the grease, and I don't trust myself to be able to do that. So let's just dazzle and display there. And
Make every strike count.
Lan can probably handle at least a few of these guys. Oh, it's one less guy to deal with. Can I have just Vulture come over here? And unfortunately for us, though, rat folk aren't playable in this game, so they should be, though. Truly is a travesty of our time. Darren, heal everybody up, please. Come to think of it, do I have any bombs? Do I have any bombs? Do I have any alchemist fighter? I do! Let's bomb the shit out of him! Oh, okay, it has to be like at a guy. Hey, I got both of them anyway. Oh, they're still alive, thank goodness. You know, I'm beginning to think that maybe this grease wasn't such a good idea.
Crossed the wrong mongrel.
Oh, hey, Monty P. Fancy seeing you here, in my neck of the woods. Oh, that was easy. Wait, why are you on fire?
The light. Take you.
Okay, well, Jeff, I think we might I just want to get rid of the grease. Yeah, let's just get rid of it. It's not helping that much. Don't have any more flaming arcs left. What do I have? I could potentially go up to all of these nerds here. No attack of opportunity. That works fine for me. That's probably going to be much easier to deal with.
Out of my sight!
Cruising for snoozing, my guy. Anyway, whoop that guy! Oh, jeez. That's right, Skur are very dangerous, because they can disease you. Okay, Lan. I think we're gonna have to deal with the Skur guy. Kind of being a bit of a jerk. I wonder. Can I? They're unconscious, so can I coup them?
Cover me, all right?
But why did I do that? I should have just gone after the bomber. What am I doing? Your boy is a fool. A fool to the last.
Listen to reason.
Let's see here.
I will see to your demise.
Okay, I guess we'll do that later. It's a surprise too. It'll help us later. Oh god, everyone upstairs is dying. Can I coup this guy? I can coup him with a whopping boatload of damage. Okay, you know what? There's barely any guys now. There's barely any losers.
You're irrelevant.
We can go deal with the neophyte, right? We can go just turn off turn-based mode right now and deal with this quickly. Oh god, more losers coming.
Distract them from me.
And here's more losers.
Make every strike count.
Uh-oh. That's a Minotaur. And I gotta say, I really love the design that they did for the Minotaurs in this game.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Alright. Get some smite evil action there. We probably won't be able to reach the whole thing, but we can at least get the schmiggity schmite. Ah, heck. There's more on top there, and we are out of guys. Well. What I wouldn't do to be able to cast Fireball now. What I wouldn't do for these guys to actually do something.
You've crossed the wrong mountain.
And boom goes the Minotaur. They're all over there. Dang it, I wish I had an AoE spell that I could just throw at them.
Precision.
Alright, whatever, Darren. Just shoot the dredge. Actually, hey, Nenio. How would you like to explode something? You may not have fireball now, but that doesn't mean we can't have a little bit of fun. And I barely do any damage to any of them. Wonderful. Alright. Let's charge this nerd. I don't think Ice Ball hits multiple people. No. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I rolled a crit miss. Ugh.
Cover me, all right?
Wait, but there were still guys on the roof! There were still guys on the roof! They were just like, well, our last bomb thrower is dead. Pack it up, everybody. Let's go home. Okay. What's the losses? Minimal. Battle wasn't easy, but thanks to you, we chewed them and spat them out again. They thought they could break us. They've only bolstered our spirit. Really? Because I remember a lot of people dying on the roofs. But I could be very wrong. Still, congrats on the victory. I couldn't have done impossible without you. Which reminds me, I found this among the attacker's remains. This trophy rightfully belongs to you. Nicely done. Now our goal is to throw out the demons of the Greek airs, just like we did here. New flail. Mine. Oh, and we leveled up. Let's see. That. Actually, Finian, if you'd be so kind. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Yes! Now double the magical bonkage. We're on, about to start streaming? Well, now's a good time to, stop, as I suppose. Just give me a moment. What should I grab next for, oh, obvious, outflank. Every physical attacker needs outflank. So, I'll just finish up the level ups, and then we can go to live stream. Spell penetration. Reduce person, because nobody else has it yet. Gotta get it on Woljif eventually, but in the meantime. Camilla. Let's Grace Rapier. Darren. Don't really need weapon focus or anything like that, so let's just scroll down. Spell penetration. Remove fear is really good. Although, okay, that's the only way I can get. I guess just get remove fear. Let's see, bears, protection from alignment evil. Nenio? Give Nenio the old razzle dazzle. Alright, in that case, greatest spell focus, illusion.
Fireball! Hooray!
And of course, displacement. One of the best buffs in the game. Land. As stated before, scroll down. Just outflank. Outflank for everybody. Hey, you! Watching the stream who's thinking about maybe picking up Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous itself. Every single melee and range fighter in your entourage needs outflank. Okay? Heck yeah. Can we just get outflank yet? Can't get it yet. Well, just gonna have to wait. Guess in that case, weapon focus, daggers, false life. We're gonna get a scroll for a reduced person, so no point in really grabbing it. Let's grab shield. Kind of been unlucky that we haven't gotten shield for Woljif yet. But, hey. Alright. And crawl down. Outflank. Animal companion. Horse! Seela gets a horse. And now we get to customize the horse. Alright, let's pick dodge for tanking. I'm just gonna keep pushing this button, and closing my eyes, and when I stop, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Valiant? Nah, that name sucks. Demon Bane? Too edgy. Fluffy. There we go! Now we're talking. Actually, probably should up athletics. We're not gonna have like a lot of people. Unless we bring Lan along to everything, we're not gonna have a bunch of people on for athletics. Toughness, probably. Horse's main job is going to be tanking, so mostly we're gonna be giving things that will help the horse tank better. Now, I don't think horse gets outflank at level 5. Don't think so. Yeah, I didn't. Yep. Just needs a little bit more for outflank. In that case, we're gonna teach him meta magic. No. Let's see here. No need to give it medium barding proficiency because it's going to get that eventually. Guess Iron Will be useful because the horse doesn't have very good wisdom saving throws. Look at our horse. Look at the fluffy. Look at the floofer. They will witness the horrors of war. Right. That, as they say, is going to be that. Okay, Lyra's about to stream, it seems. So, thank you all for showing up. I had a high old time, and tune in next time. We'll probably be getting done with Chapter 1 of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. And then maybe we'll find a little bit of answers and get a little bit of action and a little less conversation. And hopefully there'll be money to be made. Thank you all for showing up. I'll see you all later. In the meantime, go watch Lyra's stream. They're playing Banjo-Kazooie. Skipepis.